liters. No, 1 liter. I'm going to put 1 liter of water. I put 1 liter of hot water because I want to shock the peas. And I'm going to turn the eye on high. And you also, while you're waiting, you still want to stir your Kiwan to make sure that it's not sticking on the side. I'm just going to stir it a little. It's not required. It just all depends on your pots and pans. So I'm boiling the water because I want some peas. I want some black-eyed peas. You know, some people don't eat them but once a year to bring the New Year's in. I can eat them all year long. Fiber is good for you. And you know what? The peas are swallowing this from me using the sink water because the sink water gets so hot. It gets so hot. That's a lot of peas. I didn't like it before, but I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to go on and start making my Kiwan right beside you while I wait for the other eye to get hot. I'm going to tilt this here. I'm going to get a container or a plate. Doesn't matter if you use a container or a plate. I'm going to use a plate today. So I could have used a board. That's what I should use. So I'm mixing a plate. I'm going to use this board. These are all going to be here. I just have a little corner like the last time I said of flour. So I have to be kind of cautious. Because and not wasteful. Because I don't have that much flour. So you get to learn how to make do what you have. Okay. I'm going to make the little patties out of tablespoons. I think I'll make small ones. I could make big ones. I may make one big one. So I'm just laying this down right here. We're making little ones. It would have been good if I had some, just gonna roll it little. You just want a little flour on it. You want it to stay together. You can roll it with your fingers, or you can just leave it in a ball. And then when you get it to skillet, your spatula, you can use your spatula. Use your spatula. See how I'm just rolling it? It helps it stay together, the flour. The flour, usually sometimes my mother, what she used to do, she used to put the flour inside of the mackerels to have them to stretch. When you have, you limited on food, this is for cooking dummies, people that is not aware, you can use in your hamburger patties and meat like this type of meat, you can mix it in. I can turn the water off on my Kiwan and put a lid on, stir it up and then put a lid on. Let it cook by itself like rice. And I'm rolling it. Out. Out, look girl. Out. Ain't nobody got nothing for you. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit more. The last of my flour. Did I say I haven't had that? I try to use gold milk. That's my go-to flour. This is supposed to serve 5 people, but I'm making it small because I gotta be conscious of how much they eat because they eat too much. These men eat too much. And if I let them make a plate, it'll be a mess. Now I'm gonna pour my black-eyed peas while it's called multitasking. You didn't know. It's called multitasking. You have to learn how to navigate in the kitchen and get more than one thing done while you move around. Usually, the stuff that takes the longest to cook is what you're usually supposed to put on the eye. But at the last minute, I decided to do black-eyed peas for y'all. Right now, cook time and prep time is at 25 minutes for this. And we're still prepping for the mackerel patties. So really for me to put Kiwan and some black-eyed peas on and these mackerels, that's really good timing. So it's like a quick meal. You know I'm a cheese lover, even though I don't need it. I know it would be delicious putting some shredded cheese off of here. Not a lot, just enough to see it melt. When you cook, be on the inside. Ooh, I bet that'd be delicious. I'm gonna put this spark over here. I don't need it anymore, but I'm gonna spread these ingredients off my thumbs and fingers. Some people use gloves. Usually I be all in it. This is the last little bit to roll. If I would have did, I guess I make one big, not the medium-sized one. If I would have did large ones, I probably could have got 5 medium-sized patties. And another thing, I'm gonna rinse these out first before I put it in my water. Rinse the bowl out. So you're gonna have a lot of food floating in the water. And I'm rinsing my hands right now. Okay. Now in this pot, what I'm gonna do, slide this over, wipe this down because I always make a little mess, not a lot, but I'm gonna put some oil in there. If you have olive oil, peanut oil, grapeseed oil is even better and healthier for you. I'm gonna turn the eye up on medium, but I'm gonna coat this skillet for the patties. Because you don't want them to drown, but you do need oil so they won't stick. You want to be able to turn them over. You want them to be able to cook well. So I'm coating the skillet. Sometimes your patties may absorb all the oil, depending on how much oil you put in there. It's okay to put more oil in there if you need it. Just make sure you don't put it on top of the patties. Make sure you put it on the side or in an empty space so it can drain properly. So it can get hot properly around it. Now, I was saying earlier, you have an option to put Italian flakes in there, and what else? Even what is this? A thyme leaf. I'm always trying to do thyme because it's healthier for you and it's good for your digestive tract. It's good for everything. Even when you get sick with colds, COVID, and stuff like that, you can take a bowl of this thyme. I should have mixed it up, but I'm going to sprinkle it on top of the things. You can take a hot boiling water with thyme, pour you some thyme in there, maybe one or two tablespoons in a large bowl. Put a thin cloth, or you can just inhale it, especially if you have a lot of congestion. Just little tip this one, you know. And right now, we at 30 minutes. Normally, if I wouldn't be talking, this should be like maybe a 25-minute prep time. What I'm going to do is, I'm quick boiling. I'm quick boiling those peas, so I got to rinse the dirty water out. And you see, that's the keep going. I'm going to sit it back on the hot eye and let the water keep drying out. I'm always using the towel instead of the mitten because I ain't got time. But anyway, it's a little fuzz on there. You can't see it, but I got to rinse this bowl out, y'all, with hot water. I'm still using my little, I'm going to pour it so you can see the brown water. It's really foaming there as well. And I'm going to pour out the water and rinse it with hot water. What I'm doing is still shocking the black eyed peas. Making sure I get all the gases that create gas bubbles in your belly and make it fart. But if you decide to cook it with it, it's fine. If you like the residue on there, it's fine. Let me get a couple of these little peas out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, like the residue. Have you ever seen the foam or the residue on the pots around there? That's because it's coming off the beans. But it has something to do with the gases in your stomach. So I automatically have gotten in the habit to make sure I try to quick boil it as much as I can and pour out that foam and re-rinse the beans and throw it over that cook. And it helps the beans cook faster, especially because normally if you do black eyed peas, black eyed peas, kidney beans, stuff like that, they usually take longer, especially if you don't pre-soak them overnight. If you don't soak them overnight, or if you don't do them, sometimes they take way longer because they're so hard. So that's why the quick method is the quick soak. And as you can see how many peas is in there. I gotta do one more rinse because I put a couple more beans on there, and I gotta make sure it's drained. Okay. And so when that water boils, then I'm gonna dump these black eyed peas in there. And I usually add seasoning in there, so don't think I don't, because I do. So right now I'm gonna put the patties in there. I usually tap it a little. Let me try this. I usually tap it a little, but I keep it medium until I get all of them in because you don't want them to cook too fast. And you want to make sure there's enough flour on there where they do not stick to your spatula. The coating is to help it not stick. You should be able to grab it with your hands. You can tap it a little. It shouldn't be nothing at the back. I'm glad I had just enough flour. This should fit all of it here. When it ends up on your hands, it's because it was not enough flour on there. It's normal. You can just remold it. Sprinkle a little bit more flour, pat it, and grip it together. And you should be fine. Just have one more put in here. And these little small size is like great for parties or just snacks at night. So this one's gonna be a little bit larger. This was the last one that had a little bit more meat. Some people don't like the hand sticky, so they use gloves. But I give it to you. So most important part, me turning them over when they're golden brown. You want to make sure they cook well as well. Because remember, it's still a seafood. They should be able to slide over. They should.